Inside this video, we are going to continue working with this drop-down menu. Now check what will happen when I click inside this link, okay? This will be an article, and now look what will happen with all the submenus. Did you notice? Of course, this will be something that we don't want. We only want to highlight the menu that has been selected. And in this case, all these submenus are not going to be active. The only menu that it is going to be active right now will be this menu, the products menu. So how you can fix that? Let's go back to the CMS and down here, and it is going to be actually good for you if you copy the source code, because if you analyze the HTML markup, this will be the HTML markup when you select the products menu, okay? You want to only have this products menu with the background active, and all of the rest, which are going to be all the submenus, should have the normal background, which in this case will be the E5 background that we create on the last video. Again, all these submenus are going to be descendants of this li, and in this case, actually, when you click inside a link, Joomla will include these two classes, okay, the current and active. And if you analyze the HTML markup, right click and view page source, scroll down, and you are going to be able to see the products. Let me find the products in here, right there, and then you are going to have the active and current. With this class, we are going to be able to style the other elements, which in this case are going to be all the submenus in here. So let me show you exactly what we are going to do. Click down here, and we are going to write down hash main menu right there, and then we are going to have the initial li. Now you can add the ULs if you want, the UL, and I am going to show you that it will be the same. Then in here you are going to include the class active, then a space, and inside there you are going to have all the UL elements, which at the same time it is going to contain all the li elements, and inside all the li elements you are going to have the anchor elements. Now if you see this selector in here, it will be the same if you add the ULs or if you eliminate them, okay? Let me backspace in there, because in that way you are just going to write down more elements inside the selector. Then open the curly brackets, and you are going to copy this background in here. Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Then the color in this case will be black. Let's write down 0 3 times, Ctrl S, going back, right click, upload, click OK. And now we are going to refresh. If you notice, you can still see this submenu active, and that's why you are going to have the black background inside the menu. However, when we put the mouse over the link, did you notice? Now all these submenus are not going to be highlighted with the black background, because we want to only highlight a menu when it becomes active. So let me show you the next step. Click on the product number, okay? Right there. If you analyze again, now we want to this product number 2 become active. In this case, we want the black background inside this menu. And if you want that to happen, let me show you what you will need to do. Going back, and up here, if you analyze the CSS style, okay? This CSS style will have the background that will be applying the black image inside the menu. So we are going to do this, comma, and then hash main menu, then an li, and the li will have the descendant li that will become the element which Joomla will include the current and the active classes. So if you add that current and that active, then a space and the A. With this selector, you are going to be targeting this specific menu in here. Right click, view page source, scroll down, and we are going to find the product number 2. If you notice, the product number 2 will have the classes. Just follow the lines right here, the current and the active classes. Remember, Joomla will always add these two classes when the link become active. Okay, now let me going back. Now you can copy the HTML markup and organize everything as I am doing in here, so you can actually understand a little bit better how the HTML markup it is going to be working. But if we go back in here, again you are going to have the li elements, which will have all the sub li elements with the current and active. In this case, the only li element with the current and active will be the product number 2. Let me Control S, going back, right click and upload, and click OK. Then we are going to refresh, and if we analyze everything, now we are going to have that menu with the black background. Now I am not going to lie to you. This is probably going to be really confusing to you if this is the first time you are going to be working with this. It was for me, but then with experience and training, it become really easy to understand. That's the only way, my friends, so don't worry if you're actually lost in all this explanation, because when you start understanding a little bit more, believe me, everything will come together. The next step is when we select a menu which will have a submenu in here. Let's click on the product A and show you what will happen. Let's go and analyze. If you notice, now the submenu will be highlighted, and we don't want that to happen either. So we are going to fix all that, because again, if you go to the product B, let me click in there, the same will happen. Now I already have the HTML markup from this combination. So if I go back in here, let me find out that combination right here. In this case, the HTML markup will be more organized. And let me just copy all this, Control C, and Control V, and Control V. This will be the submenu 1, and this will be the submenu, the one below will be the submenu 2. So again, you only want the product B become active, and it will be the only link which will have the black background, not the submenus from this link. So what you are going to have, you are going to have the main menu. We are going to write down in here main menu. Then you are going to have the first li, okay, there you are, the li space li, and then inside that li you are going to have the li with the active and current class. Well, in this case you are not going to be able to see the class because I changed this markup a little bit, but if you go back and analyze this markup, let me show you the source code in here. You are going to be able to see the product B in here, and then if you keep going up, you are going to be able to see the current and active classes. We are going to be using these two classes so we can fix this problem. And down here you are going to have this li class space li, and then dot and current, dot and active, then space. We are going to make a selection inside all these li's, li, and then space na. We are going to copy all these selector, Control C, going back and all the way down in here, comma, and Control V. Then Control S, going back, right click, upload, click OK, and we are going to go back, refresh, and if we analyze everything again, as you can see, now we are going to have all these submenus. But if you notice, we are going to have a problem. And of course, we are going to continue in the following video with these small details that are going to make us finish this CSS drop-down menu.